Hi, I would like to talk to you about sentence types now. So there are different types of sentences. Not every sentence is the same. And really there are 4 types. Today we're going to focus, my fingers, we'll focus on 2, declarative and interrogative, okay? Declarative sentences are just a statement, or you could call them a declaration. You're just making something known. You're telling the world something, okay? These are facts. So if you think it might be a declarative statement, look for a fact. A lot of them are that, okay? Interrogative sentences are a question. Look for question words. Who, what, when, where, why, how. And then there's some other tricky things like do you, do they, are they, okay? We know how to ask questions. There are certain words that start questions, and that's how you know if a sentence is interrogative. I also always like to think about like when the cops talk to a bad guy, like they get him in the room, right, behind the table, they're asking him a lot of questions. That's called an interrogation. So interrogative sentences ask questions. Let's go through a few questions or a few examples. So declarative. A declarative sentence would be something like, today is Wednesday. I'm just saying that, even though it's probably not Wednesday when you're watching this video. Today is Wednesday is a declarative sentence. The interrogative version of that would be, what day is it? Now it's a question, okay? So another example, I live in Oklahoma City. I'm just letting you know that. I'm making a statement. I live in Oklahoma City. It could also be my opinion of that. If I say something like, I like living in Oklahoma City, or Oklahoma City is a great place to live, those are still declarative sentences because I'm just telling you something that I think or about myself or something I know, okay? The interrogative version of that would be, where do you live? And it started with a question word, the word where. The first sentence started with the question word, what? What day? Tells you that a question is coming, and it ends with a question mark, okay? It is 10:15. That is a statement. I am telling you what time it is. That is declarative, okay? The interrogative version of that might be, when is lunch? When is a question word. Anything that you say expecting, like I'm asking you to tell me, that's gonna be a question. When? I expect you to tell me a time, okay? So that's what makes it interrogative. Another declarative sentence could be, my name is Mr. Crocker, okay? I'll make up another one. My first name is Joshua. I don't like my first name. When I was a kid, and I always wanted to be named Michael. I don't know why. I always wanted to be named Michael. I think it was because Michael Jordan was like, that was really the peak of Michael Jordan. And I was very into Michael Jordan and the Bulls. And I just thought Michael Jordan was a great name. So all of that was declarative. I was just telling you things about myself, making statements. If I wanted to make it into an interrogative sentence, I could say something like, who are you? What is your name? Do you like that name? Okay, those are all questions. So now we're going to do something that looks like this. I'll read off a few and we'll talk about what category they belong to. Dr. King gave a famous speech in 1963. When I say that, am I looking for a response? I'm not really, I'm just telling you this happened. It's a fact. That's a declarative sentence, okay? Now, if I say about that speech that he gave, were the words, I have a dream, in the speech? I'm looking for a response, right? Were they? That's a yes or a no. So that's a interrogative sentence. and it should end in a question mark. So on that sheet, when it says punctuation, they want question marks for these, and for the declarative sentences, they just want a period. Declarative sentences end in a period. Okay, so were the words "I have a dream" in that speech is an interrogative sentence. I am asking you a question. Have you ever read the speech? That would end in a question mark. That's the punctuation, right? I'm asking you a question. Have you read it? Yes, no, maybe, not sure. It's a question. Okay, now if I change that around to last night I read the speech, now I'm telling you something I did. That sentence would end in a period because it is declarative. Okay, so go through that sheet. They want you to add the punctuation. It's going to be either a question mark if you can find a question word, or it's going to be a period if it's just a statement. And then tell the type. Declarative for the statements, interrogative for the questions.